Why has no one been talking about these? These things are terrible. Maybe I'm not on enough dentist TikTok, but I feel like this is something that should be mentioned. A lot of times patients will ask.
Plumber's tape and tooth floss have in common? They're both made out of Teflon fiber, and this stuff is toxic to your body. In fact,
this could end up causing thyroid issues, cancer, testicular and kidney cancer. Listen up. You're gonna learn something life-changing today.
My
Don't floss.
On the floss picks, and I'm going to show you why.
All right, let's take a look at that.
If you're using
the
a
dental
pick,
floss pissed me off so bad. I don't know why. That Glide dental floss that's easy to slide in between
Goodbye. I'm done.
is full of PFAS.
You know what? After the lotion video, I thought, alright, the one your dentist told you to use every day might be coated in the same chemical that's in a nonstick pan and plumber's tape. Teflon! And one of those biggest brands out there, a study found that a woman who used it had a higher level of these chemicals in her blood. But here's where the banker in the me kicks in. Because when I looked up who makes this stuff and how much money they're pulling in, it stopped being a health story and became a business story. These companies aren't accidentally putting toxic chemicals in your floss. They're doing it because it's cheap. And your health problems? Those are someone else's revenue. Let's follow the money.
no on the floss picks, and I'm going to show you why we say no. If you're using a pick, you don't get a lot of wrap around the tooth. See how it's kind of just straight?
I use that.
When you use the string floss, here's what you can do with it, is you can not only get in between the teeth, but you can wrap it around and get underneath the gums. And that is where the plaque hides, is down there. If you're limited to just this little straight line, you're not going to be able to do as thorough of a job. If this is what you have and this is all you're willing to use, this is better than not using anything at all. Yes. But this will be better for you. You'll see better results. I will be able to tell. You'll still have a little bit of bleeding when you come in for your dental visit if you're using these, because it just is not quite getting the job done. This beautiful cocoa floss, look at this. It comes in all these different scents. They call themselves the loofah for your teeth. So when you put this between your teeth, it actually gets a little bit wet and expands when it's wet. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, I can.
Okay. So you'll be able to pull out more plaque with this thicker floss than you will the thin. I actually ran out of this lately, and I have really been unhappy flossing with the old floss.
Cute.
All right, well, there you have it. I don't know if she's getting paid for that as a sponsorship or what, but I use the picks, the one that she was talking about earlier, just for convenience. I guess we're supposed to be more conscious with it and use that one. I saw how she did it, and you could definitely get in between it. Mine bleed, my gums bleed, so it's probably because of all of what she was talking about. But I get the little food out. Sometimes, especially when you're eating like beef or cow or something like that, you know what I mean? And those little muscle fibers, those little meat fibers, they just get in between your teeth. And corn, that too. Popcorn, little kernels. So, I hate those. Alright, tried cocoa floss and never went back to any other floss. Platypus floss. Picks, because I have braces. Oh, there you go. I didn't even consider folks with braces, see? Me using a floss pick is better than me not flossing at all. Facts. I'm in the same boat. I figure, you know what? At least I'm flossing, right? Let me just unhinge my jaw and open my mouth 180-degree angle to wrap it around my molars. That was good, right? I love those horror, scary movies, like the paranormal, where the whole mouth just opens up as wide as their head. That was good. All right, let's take a look at the next one.
The dental floss pissed me off so bad. I don't know why. That Glide dental floss that's easy to slide in between
Goodbye. I'm
done.
is full of PFAS.
Oh, great.
So
Yeah.
you think you're doing your gums a favor,
Yeah.
and you're literally putting all these chemicals
Yeah.
up into your gums.
The dental floss pissed me off so bad.
All right, well, we got another one for that, so I gotta look into it. PFAS, PFAS. If you know what it is, drop it in the comments below, please. I would like to know. I'll look it up after this video, but let me know if you know. So what do we use instead of presenting problems with no solutions? This one has 20 replies. You can find anything on Google if you search it for the word for word, LOL. But they're two different things. I'm happy for you though. Two different things. Agreed. And I've never met a dentist that said it can't be a replacement. They say it's always an enhancement, rather. Definitely, I've had several dentists tell me this, including my holistic dentist. Oh, why is everything so toxic? This is exhausting, right? Sheesh.
This could end up causing thyroid issues, cancer, testicular and kidney cancer. Listen up. You're going to learn something life-changing
flossing
today.
my balls.
Your floss is the one that slides between your teeth. It may be made up of ptfe, the name for Teflon. People who have been using the easy slide flosses, their blood has shown they had PFAS in their blood. Now, PFAS is a dangerous chemical that has been associated with the following issues. This could end up causing thyroid issues, cancer, testicular and kidney cancer. You guys need to take this seriously. This is not a joke. Reproductive and development issues, hormonal disruptions, elevated cholesterol level, immune system suppression. And this is true. You can actually check it out on Perplexity. This is public information on a lot of studies out there. Next time you are buying your floss, make sure your floss is PFAS free. Guru Nanda makes PFAS free flosses. PFAS free flosses. Say it 5 times.
Wow. Sheesh. I'll be honest, I don't floss every day. So, consistency, I'm assuming, is what's going to expedite, or perhaps if, I don't know, is he a doctor? I don't know. I don't know if he is or not, but I'm assuming if you're consistent with your floss, probably get it. But I guess there's one positive about being inconsistent as it relates to flossing. You lower your risk because you're not putting it in your mouth and between your teeth and having it go through your bloodstream as much. So there you go. Alright, let's take a look at the comments. It should be illegal then. Facts, right? So why isn't it? With all these poisonous PFAS or whatever it is, why are they getting away with it and why are they selling it to us? Oh my god, we can't even floss without having to worry. I'm tired. Seriously, he was talking about testicular cancer. I was like, that was a stretch for me. I was like, oh man, I can't even floss my teeth without getting cancer in my balls. I don't get it. I get it, but it's like, come on. Well, why are these allowed then? Today I congratulated myself for flossing every day for the last 3 months, and this video popped up today. What? Sometimes inconsistency will be in your favor. So there you go.
Why has no one been talking about these? These things are terrible. Maybe I'm not on enough dentist TikTok, but I feel like this is something that should be mentioned. A lot of times patients will ask us what they recommend for floss. These things barely remove anything. And this thing is so flimsy, there's no way this thing is taking off any plaque. If there's a dentist or a dental hygienist that swears by these, please educate me and tell me why these things are so great.
I use them. It works for me. Better than using nothing, right? My hygienist complimented me because I'm flossing wonderfully. I only use those. So it's either those or nothing, right? There you go. I don't like Glide floss. I feel like it doesn't do anything. Love picks though. Just not those. Creator. Thank you. I feel like everyone thinks I'm anti-picks. And no, I'm just anti-Glide picks. What? They didn't give you money or sponsorship or anything? Not the flosser slander. I wouldn't floss otherwise. Alright, let's take a look at the next one.
What does this plumber's tape and tooth floss have in common? They're both made out of Teflon fiber, and this stuff is toxic to your body. In fact, a recent study found that women using Oral-B Glide had higher levels of these Teflon-like chemicals, PFAS, or forever chemicals in their blood. And the scary part is we now know that these Teflon chemicals are super toxic to our body, leading to liver damage, immune deficiencies, developmental problems in our children, and even cancer. Switching away from Oral-B isn't going to solve your problems because a lot of these other brands are made with polyester fibers and nylon, which are microplastics. So when you're going like this, you're shredding these microplastics into your body, which we know are toxic. So to protect you and your family, find flosses that use silk, natural bamboo fiber, and that are coated with natural things like beeswax.
I wonder what they used before all these modern flossing materials that we use now. Just switch to silk floss. How's it feeling compared to what you were using before? Smoother, different grip? Anything you notice? Let's see. Oh, that's too long. I don't want to read that. I use corn fiber floss. It's so nice. Just use Mizwack. Alright. But how am I supposed to floss? Don't floss, y'all. Just let your teeth marinate. The list of things that are bad for us. Wow, shame on what the dentist industry are doing to us. There you go.
Want your teeth to fall out? Keep using dental floss like this. When you're using dental floss like this, it's made of nylon or plastic. And recent studies show that when you're using plastic tooth floss and you're rubbing on your teeth, you're embedding microplastics into your gums. And research shows when that plastic embeds into your gums, it affects and inflames your oral cells at the cellular level, the same oral cells responsible for the structural integrity of your gums and therefore holding your teeth in place. Most would agree that dentists are rightfully telling us that we should floss every day to prevent gum disease, but what they're not telling us is floss like this can actually lead to dental problems. So instead of using toxic plastic chemicals like nylon and polyester to pollute your body with these toxins, use something natural like silk or even a wooden toothpick if used carefully.
So what is it then? Are they just telling us this, they, dentists, or the industry, to stay in business? That's what it sounds like. What about toothbrush? That's also made with plastic, right? What specific products do you recommend to use instead? Organic floss and silk alternatives. There's a lot of good alternatives nowadays. We don't tell because we don't believe it. We need people to floss that prevents teeth from falling out. Definitely still floss. I believe in oral health too, but the best way to do it is with organic floss. Alright, well there you have it, folks. So let me connect the dots. Last video, lotion, company selling you the product ingredients that damage your skin so you buy more products. This video, dental floss. Companies coating your floss in the cheapest chemicals possible. Knowing those chemicals accumulate in your blood. Knowing the health consequences feed into 160 billion dental industry. Same exact playbook. Sell cheap, create problems, profit from the solution. And here's the part that really gets me as a banker. These aren't small companies cutting corners to survive. These are billion-dollar corporations with entire departments dedicated to knowing exactly what's in their products. They've done the cost-benefit analysis, and you are on the wrong side of the equation. Unless you start following the money, that's what this channel is. That's what I do. I take 15 years of sitting in boardrooms, reading financial statements, and understanding how much money actually moves. And I translate it into something you can use to protect yourself and your family. If you're just finding this channel, subscribe, because I'm going through every single thing in your house. Bathroom's done, kitchen's next. And drop the follow the money in the comments if you're starting to see the pattern, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Remember, make smart moves, not just loud ones. I'll see you on the next one.